Hello and welcome back to Operations with Void. This is Forgotten Void, your host, and today I'll be running something a little bit different. Today I'll actually be doing live commentary rather than a pre-recorded video as I normally do. And in this case, we're on the public test server because you have the last Voyage of Transylvania, a new operation where you bring Tier 8 and Tier 9 ships. And you also have a new port. The Kure port has been turned into a thunderstorm for that. You have a dragon flying around. And you have these buildings. You have Ryujin, which is dragon god or god of dragons. You have O-Mizuchi or Dai Mizuchi, which is a great serpent. And then you have... what's this again? It's Kuraokami, that's right, Kuraokami. It's hard because this character, the Okami character, is not used in modern Japanese anymore, and so I actually had to look that up. Mizuchi is also not really common as a kanji. Ryu is still sometimes used, but this one is kanji is also fading out. So you have, in each of these words, you have a you're getting more and more, what's the word, archaic with the characters being used. Anyways, that's enough about that. For the op itself, it's going to be live, so you get to hear my thoughts on it as I go in for the very first time. Also, I'm going to be using Graf Zeppelin. The reason why I'm using Graf Zeppelin is you can see I'm filtered by special category currently. On the public test server, there's an error where you cannot choose swap captains. So here, I'll just go to mines real quick, recall commander, and transaction error. So we'll go back, press the show ships with commanders, and we'll go back. So I do have some tier 9s, but none of them are premium, so I can't just put any thing on there. So, and you can't even choose a new ship to put a new commander on. It's annoying. So we're going to go with a ship that already has a commander that I'm familiar with. So we're going to go with the Graf Zeppelin B because it's a light cruiser and there's probably not going to be many carriers. So without any further ado, let's hop into. So the story about this one is that you are trying to take Transylvania back to the tower. The previous missions were all about exploring what's beyond the portal and then defending the portal. But now, I think everybody's had enough of the portal. So we will be going to defend them and, well, blow up the portal. So we don't have to deal with it anymore. So part of why I chose the Graf Zeppelin or a carrier for the first one, so you can kind of see the landscape. Pretty gothic tower. These towers, these were used to block to try and block and close the portal and sun ray into darkness, but still the filth crept into this universe, and you have ships spawning, and so that is why we are going to go blow up the portal. Oh, I did get the mobile and the scarab. The scarab is Henry, I think, and then the octopus here is Mogami. I don't know what the other two are. Should actually get closer, stay next to Transylvania so our secondaries actually do something. Aw, no, So you have the 3 towers, and I think one of the secondaries in Sunray was defending 2 of the towers. The big achievement was defending all 3 towers. On super hard, that was almost impossible. You needed a lot of work. And those older ops, you were given ships, so you didn't get to just choose and play whatever ship you liked. Whereas in this one, you get to be in whatever ship you want. And if you're outside of this ring, you're going to take damage. I'm not sure about the rate of which you take damage, but if you're going to go outside this ring, you need to have some sort of heal or stay out there for as little as possible. And outside, I believe you don't get outside in the filth. You don't get to communicate with your allies. At least that's how it was with the Sunray. Those horns are dead quick. Okay, not sure what's deal about those 3 destroyers, but they are dead fast. Okay, so now we caught up to Transylvania. Everybody's being a really good vanguard. What did I do to get such a good team? We even have a sub. It's another thing. This is the first op where you can take a ship or sub. I'm kind of curious what the effects of subs are. Oh, when did they bring team chat back to public test server? That's a new thing. As you can see, this circle has grown much smaller since the beginning of the match. And it will continue growing smaller. Look, there's enemies over there. Go towards the enemies. Bring me closer. I want to hit them with my sword. That's an octopus, a leviathan, and a scarab. Leviathan looks to be North Carolina, I think. Certainly looks like a North Carolina. 3 turrets and a bulbous nose. And that's a lot of torpedoes. Ah, 2 ricochets. Yay. You notice how quickly it's 8 seconds for a reload of planes? So even Saipan would not really have issues with losing planes in this. So here's an op where Saipan can actually do well. Its one weakness is pretty much out the window. So you get to bring tier 10 planes into a tier 9, 10, year 8, 9, 8, 9 op. Why is Transylvania going this way? Oh well. Looks like we're going this way with our tiny circle. Looks like we're going to lose the Sejong unless he can get back in the circle quickly. Transylvania's already slow, and now it's taking a winding route. I guess they really don't want us to do the Narairons. They really want to drag ops out to 20 minutes. Wheel of Fate. What is this buff? Ah. Each destroyed ally you get plus 10% damage and minus... No. Plus 15% damage minus 10% incoming damage. That's actually pretty nice. That'll help with if you're all alone. Thought we killed the Great Gorgon. Why is the Great Gorgon sending planes in? Oh well, we have a Georgia out front. That's a lot of AA. Just one ship, American battleship. For carriers, yeah, I get yes, Saipan would actually the K planes would do well, but I actually would not recommend Saipan for the fact that you have to be in this little circle. Well, if Saipan's an escort carrier, it might be fine. I wouldn't recommend most other carriers, though. The Russian ones might be okay, too, because all the enemies are pretty close. No. Okay, so you don't have to rush ahead for this. You can get the thing pretty... You'll still get in range with it. Oh. That's the sound the Great Gorgon has spawned. Great Gorgon is a Shokaku, I believe, with a ridiculous amount of HP. Not sure why my audio is cutting out. I just try and make sure all of our guns are on the Gorgon. The 105s can shoot at both sides, so we're just going to make sure they just stay on the Gorgon.
Gegnerisches Schlachtschiff gesunken. Jäger zerstört. Autopilot aktiviert. Autopilot deaktiviert.
There is more than one Rasputin? What is this? And I messed up. I read into the island. Also, probably part of it was autopilot saying, no, you can't make that turn. And here we are in the circle, well, outside of the circle of safety. Well, there goes Salmon just deleting that. See, look at that. We could have easily cleared that, but the autopilot wanted to go to the right side. Yeah, there goes autopilot, ruining everything. So, it seems that having torps, lots of torps, more torps, and plenty of torps is what you want. Or a secondary battleship with torps. That's an alarming rate of like 900 damage a second. For a carrier, that's an alarming rate. Though it might be a percentage base. I'll have to check with sub or destroy. I think it's percentage base. It has to be percentage base. But honestly, this actually feels easy. Too easy. Sure, you had the Gorgon and the Rasputin, but as is. And there goes the bomb sinking of Transylvania and the blowing up of the portal. It feels too easy. Just stick within the stick within the circle, pick up things, destroy enemies. And it's about the same amount of experience you get with normal op, so only you get to go with the tier 9 now. Yes, seems too easy. Thoughts, opinions, whatnot, go ahead and put them in the comment section. Otherwise, with that, I'll see you again next week.